Today I'm going to show you everything you need to know to add custom moving 3D animations to your Trackmania maps. They can make for cool elements that react to the player's gameplay and enhance the experience of the track. This wouldn't be possible without the 3D triangle animation script made by Mokura, who deserves many thanks for opening such possibilities. To create the animations, you're going to need Blender or similar software. This tutorial doesn't go into details about Blender animations, but I will show you some examples, relevant info, and tips for this use case. This is the wall breaking in the start of my map Detonate. What's hidden here is a sphere and some supports for the blocks in the beginning. The sphere is animated to impact the blocks and then they scatter everywhere. This is made using a rigid body simulation. I will put a link in the description to a tutorial that will teach you how to make those in Blender. There's also a piece of track that I have imported using Ninja Ripper that I also will put a tutorial to in the description. This is so that the blocks can bounce off the track. To get the blocks to move the way you want, you can play around with the gravity here, as well as substeps per frame and other settings. This is an explosion made using a particle system. Once again, there's a tutorial in the description that's going to teach you how to use a particle system. The object I'm using for the particles is this low poly sphere. It makes sure the animation is light for the Trackmania map. Here in the properties, you can see that we are emitting 15 particles starting from frame 1 and ending at frame 5, and they last for 20 frames. You can change the size of the particles over time using this weird gradient. It's kind of hard to use, but it works. You can change the way the particles move by animating the gravity or adding different force fields. There's also a plane here, as well as expanding sphere. So what this does is it pushes out the particles once they have reached the top. If you're going to use this technique, there's an extra step that you have to do, that is to convert these particles to a mesh. So to do that, there's a Blender script that I will also put in the description. When your animation is ready, go to File, Export, Wavefront.obj, uncheck Materials, and check Export Animation. For the end, I'm gonna do frame 25, and so for the start, there's something really important for the import to Trackmania to work. It's that the amount of vertices in your animation has to stay constant throughout. So for me, that means that the start frame is going to be 6, because at that point all of the particles have been emitted. After that, click Export, and you will see that for each frame there has been an OBJ file created, and the sizes being 46 kilobytes for all of them likely means that the amount of vertices is also the same. Now it's time for the script. It converts the animation to a media tracker block and inserts it into your Trackmania map. So go to the link in the description, and to get the script in the simplest way, go to Code and download zip. Once you have unzipped the project, go to Examples and open example.cs. This is a script that acts as a template and only has to be modified in a few places. It also has is commented pretty well. For this step, it is recommended to use a code editor like Visual Studio Code. The script has two modes. In the first one, you load a stationary object using a single OBJ file and make an animation by applying transformations to it using the script itself. In the second one, you load a whole animation through a series of OBJ files. I will be showing the second option because it's more powerful and has more possibilities, but the first option can be useful for simple movements. I'm going to take out the parts that don't apply to the second option. So here you want to put in the path to the directory and file name of your OBJ files. So for me that is this. So you want the name of the files without the index. It is also important that the numbering of the files starts at 1. So if that's not the case, then you have to rename the files. So here, this is the amount of time between the keyframes when the media tracker block is going to be imported into Trackmania. So I'm going to change this to 0.1 seconds. So you can delete all of this part, delete this. So this is going to be the path to your map. That's going to be in the documents folder, and something like this. So here you select where in Media Tracker you want to import the block. So this first index applies to the triggers. So starting from 0, this means that it's going to be put into the first trigger, and the second index applies to the tracks. So it's going to be put in the first trigger and the first track. Here you want to put in the coordinates where you want to your animation to be. You can get these by going to Media Tracker and looking at the custom camera coordinates on the left. So let's clear the track and add the block, as well as save the map. And finally you have to rename the function to main. Now once that is done, you can pull up here from the bottom to open the terminal, and if you're not already, then navigate to the directory of your script. For me that is desktop triangle 3D animation master, and to run the script, run the command .NET run. Right here we got a bunch of yellow text. That's fine, those are just warnings. However, if you see red text, those are errors, and means that you have to fix something. To check the changes, you need to reload the map and open the media tracker, the in-game section, and right here we can see a green block with keyframes, and that is the animation that we imported. Right here it says custom camera, but it is just a normal 3D triangles block. You can edit the keyframes if you want to, and you can change the color by selecting one of the keyframes and selecting all of the vertices in the edit vertex mode and selecting a color. That is it for this tutorial. I hope this helps, and I hope to see some new maps using this technique, as there are many cool ideas that can be made using this. If you have any questions, you can DM me on Discord and I will be happy to help. Thanks for watching.